exclusive conversation with one of construction industry's most forward-thinking leaders, Sean Sullivan. As the president of Livingstone Design, First Build, and the visionary behind the Sullivan Family of Companies, Sean is pioneering a new era of sustainable, efficient, and purpose-driven home building. From net zero ready homes to redefining what it means to live green, his work is reshaping communities one healthy, high performing home at a time. In this interview, we dive deep into Sean's journey, innovations, and the mission that drives it all, building happier, healthier lives for clients, teams, and communities alike. Welcome, Sean.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's our pleasure having you us today. So, to begin, tell us more about your journey in the construction industry and also what led you to establish Livingstone Design Plus Build.
Well, I grew up in a military household, and my father always had a great workshop in his garage. So I grew up building things in the garage at his workbench and breaking his drill bits and dulling his saw blades. But when I got to the age of being able to get a real job, other than just mowing lawns, I got a job in a wood shop that was building plaques and other tables and furniture type pieces for the military base. And I just loved working with wood. And so that first job led me through the carpentry phase of my career, I guess, up through college. And in college, I had the opportunity to be able to work with a community organization called Habitat for Humanity. And that's when I really developed my love for construction and home building. I really just loved the idea of being able to build a safe and beautiful structure for people to live in, and dreamed of being able to do that for myself one day, much less others. So when I graduated college with a degree in business management and marketing, I went to work for a custom home builder here in Asheville, North Carolina. Worked for him for a period of time and then went out on my own. And that was about 30 years ago.
That's amazing. So can you walk us through one of your most memorable or impactful projects that you've done till date, and also what made it stand out?
Well, over the course of 3 decades, I've had the privilege of building a lot of fun and memorable projects, but I really am drawn towards renovations. I just love to save things. We're a green builder, and so we recycle a lot, but I hate to throw things away. But for my own personal residence, my wife, Laura, who's an interior designer and the president of Ideology Interiors and Design, the two of us really look for property location that we love. I was taught growing up location, location, location. And so our most recent memorable experience would be this old 100-year-old farmstead that we found in Fletcher, North Carolina. And it had a 100-year-old house there that came with a bunch of property, and it all had been deteriorating and not kept up. And I think people just didn't know what to do with this property because it had been on the market for a while. So Laura and I saw an instant vision when we found it, and we ended up restoring the home instead of tearing it down and rebuilding. We restored it to what we thought the original intent of it would have been, with some improvements, but at the same time being true to its roots of classic, elegant farm. And so we restored the house, we added a garage and a breezeway, and then we improved all of the grounds that go with it. So we had a lot of drainage to work on and forestry to do, and then ultimately some out structures to be able to make it a working farm again. But that was 2 years ago when we completed it, and so it's been a real joy to see that property come to life.
That's excellent. So, as I mentioned, and you've clearly mentioned that you have almost 3 decades of experience in this journey. So you have come a long way. So you might have, faced and overcame many challenges. So what were some of the biggest challenges that you've encountered as a business leader, and also how did you overcome them?
Oh boy, for sure, I would say the biggest challenge in being a business leader would be people. hiring and managing and training. And the way that I've overcome that is by getting professional consulting and coaches to teach us the things that nobody teaches us. In college, you learn some book smarts, but when you're sent out into the world, you've got to learn specifics with your industry. And entrepreneurship is something that you just kind of stumble through until you realize you either have a knack for it or not. And most people do not. But once you've handled the entrepreneurship side of business operations, it's really finding the best people and keeping the best people and then creating that culture. And so I've found that that's been the biggest challenge. So we've put a real big emphasis on that. We hired some consultants to help us build a healthy culture and organization. And then we've worked with other consultants who have helped us with a series of assessments and helping us to be better coaches by being coached. And so now I feel like we've built a really strong culture here at the Sullivan Family of Companies. Part of that is sharing resources, whether it's interview tactics or it's communication software or it's holding events and even benefits for our clients, or not our clients, but for our employees who are our internal clients across the spectrum has been a sign of success for us.
That's awesome. Exactly. I think hiring the right talent and having a team with you is the backbone of any organization. So yeah, kudos on achieving that as well. So we'll touch a little bit upon technology and trends now, because we live in a very tech-enabled industry and world. What technologies or trends are currently shaping your particular construction landscape, and also how is Livingstone adapting to it or leading those changes?
Great question. This is always top of mind for everybody. Technology and trends are two different subjects that do blend together. Some things that are important from the trend side that people are looking for are aging in place and multi-generational living. So family members are living with other family members from different generations, and people want to be able to age in place. So they don't want to be forced out of their home because they can't get around when they get older. And so aging in place has been a huge one for us. Colors are back this year, and so more earth tones and also the inclusion of some vibrant colors are back as opposed to the grays and whites from the previous few years. So colors are back. Kitchens are always huge. Pantries, butler's pantries, hidden pantries, oversized kitchen islands. Great room living is still important, but people are trending away from the big open plans to a little bit more of the formalized rooms, but less formalized than what we grew up with in, say, in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. So those are some of the trends that we're seeing. And then as far as technology is having a huge impact, even for people who don't think that they want it, care for it, or can afford it. Simple things that are affecting everybody would be the use of Bluetooth. So for example, most of the appliances that you can buy now will have some type of Bluetooth application. Even water filters come with a Bluetooth application. Your generators, all of those things can be connected to your phone, which are really nice. The next level of technology to integrate from there would probably be whole home audio, and that has become very simple now. There's a lot of do-it-yourself options, but professionally installed systems are also affordable through companies like Sonos, brands like Sonos. You can add speaker bars to your TVs and have whole home audio in every room that you have a TV in without putting any additional speakers. And then the next level above that would be probably automated lighting. And you can do automated lighting in certain rooms or on a low level for all of your house. And that is a wonderful feature to have that you can control from your phone as well. And then from there, you can have, an entire smart home design that controls virtually most aspects of your living there, which would include, window treatments, even windows, skylights that would be operable, um, and whole home audio and video. So there's a wide array of interest and desires as well as budget accommodations when you're talking about technology.
Yes, I mean, that's quite insightful, and it depends from customer to customer upon their requirements as well, right? So, as mentioned in the introduction, Sean, you're big on building clean and green homes, and you're also very good at renovations. So, where does sustainability, or how does sustainability play a role in this? In terms of, it is a growing focus in construction right now. So, how does your company incorporate eco-friendly practices or green building standards into your work?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. This is probably my favorite topic, and we've been building green homes as a standard for almost 20 years now. As soon as the first green building program came out here in Asheville, it was 2006, I think. So 19 years ago, we were one of the very first builders to sign on. And since that time, every single home we have built has been certified green. In order to be certified green, you have to certify the house Energy Star. Energy Star is it's a program that it prescribes a value kind of like miles per gallon for your car, and it's miles per gallon for your house, only it's measuring the efficiency of your home. So if you had, it applies a HERS score, a home energy rating score. So whereas a code built home would be rated at 100, a net zero home, net zero meaning a home that produces as much electricity as it consumes, would be a 0. You get a HERS score somewhere between 0 and 100. To be a Energy Star certified home, you have to be at least a 55 or lower now. So that means you're 45% more efficient than code. So all of our homes are certified Energy Star and green. Well, digging deeper than that, this is where we really separate ourselves in innovation. Is we realize that if we're going to be building a really tight house, then what happens is, of course, you're going to have a more comfortable and more efficient home, but the byproduct is you're going to be breathing whatever is left in that house. So whatever you put in there from the specifications and the selections, and also the furnishings. And so we don't want to build a really energy efficient home and then trap our clients in there with toxic chemicals to breathe. So we have been on a pursuit for probably 15 years to provide and prescribe low or no VOC products and finishes, as well as furnishings to go into the home so that the client can design green, build green, and then ultimately live green. And we call that whole living.
That's amazing. And I think it truly describes and speaks volumes about your company and the initiatives that you have for building clean and green homes. And it actually even, like from your attire as well, I was looking through it and it actually, like completely exemplifies it. So yeah, thank you for touching on that. So, looking ahead, what is your vision for Livingstone Design Plus Build in 2025 and beyond?
Okay, so our company is vertically integrated. So I mentioned earlier that we design with the ideology interiors and design, and then we build through Livingstone Design Build, and then we're vertically integrated with Atelier Maison and Co. Most recently, we've begun horizontal integration with Livingstone Restorations LLC. Livingstone has done restorations for 30 years. We've done the reconstruction side. But after Hurricane Helene, we realized that we weren't servicing our clients well by not being able to speak mitigation and insurance language with the insurance companies of our clients. And so we've launched Livingstone Restorations. And now with those 4 companies, what we are doing is we're expanding into markets that are outside of our current market. So we're going to Charlotte, North Carolina, we're going to Cashiers, North Carolina, and we're going to upstate South Carolina to be able to provide this type of whole living experience.
So you're quite spreading your wings and achieving new heights every day. So yeah, what role does community engagement or giving back play in your company culture? Because you touched upon the employee side of it, but I would really like to know more about this as well.
Yeah, so our mission at the Sullivan Family of Companies is to build happier, healthier lives. And we realize that we have really three audiences that we're serving. One is our external client, which is those that hire us and pay us to do services for them. The next is our internal client, that is our team and our employees. And then we realized that we also have the community, which is an additional client, which we want to extend our mission of building happier, healthier lives into the community. And so we started something called First Fridays. That's an initiative to, number one, support one of three charities. So each quarter we rotate. So every month we're serving at one of these charities, and then we rotate each quarter. And we're serving ourselves, and we're, of course, donating money, but we also provide the opportunity the first Friday of every month for each of our team members, as well as our clients and our partners and vendors, to join us in one of three ways. And they can either serve in person at one of these charities, or they can make a donation, which would be, say, diapers or blankets or jackets that would then be donated to the thrift store of these charities that would provide jobs and then income for the charity. Or they can give a contribution of, cash. And that's always, a plus for anybody that's wanting to get involved into the community.
That sounds so noble, and also effective measures taken, for such an action-packed future right there. So this brings me to the last question. In your experience, what qualities define an influential leader in today's construction world?
Well, an influential leader has got to be able to coach and mentor and guide others in the industry. And so that seems counterintuitive to most people, and it did for me for years. But once I realized that me helping other builders, other designers, other architects, other realtors, I was raising the tide. And raising the tide raises all ships. And so I've been a teacher of continuing education to other builders for 10 years now. I write classes and teach classes to builders. And I also have a consulting business where I consult with other builders if they wanted me to come in and do a SWOT analysis to identify strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. I'll go in and help them with that. I'll help them with these assessments and help them identify how to work better with their staff members. And then ultimately, we started the Sullivan Family of Companies Learning Institute, where we're professionals building professionals, and we teach these same classes to our own team on a monthly basis.
That's great. Shaun, this does bring us to the end of the interview, but I just want to give you a small vote of thanks. So thank you so much for joining us for this inspiring conversation today. And if you're inspired by Shaun's vision and want to learn more about sustainable living, innovative design, or his whole living philosophy, please visit his company, Livingstone Design Plus Build, or explore the broader impact of the Sullivan family of companies. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such stories from inspirational leaders across the globe who are shaping our world one purpose-driven project at a time. Thank you so much, Shaun, for your time and effort for this interview. You are a complete legend, and it has been an amazing experience talking to you today.
Thank you so much. I very, very much enjoyed it.
Yes, likewise. Take care and have a great day ahead.
You too. Take care.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.